Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Module 3 of Technical Analysis Foundation, the complete professional trading course for beginners. Module 3 is all about market structures and patterns. In this tutorial, we'll go through the sub-module 3.4, talk about how you can read and trade some powerful chart patterns in your trading. Alright, let's get started. So first of all, what exactly is a chart pattern? By definition, a chart pattern is a recognizable configuration of price movement. This is identified by using market structure lines and curves. Chart pattern is one of the most powerful tools that technical traders use to help their trading. Here are the four main purposes that we use chart patterns in our trading. We use chart patterns to navigate the market structures and conditions in the bigger picture, to find high probability trade opportunities. Next, to identify precise entry point and stop loss. And the last, but also very important one, we use chart patterns to manage our risk. There are hundreds of different chart patterns that traders can use and study in the market, but all of these chart patterns can be generalized into two main categories. The first category is called a reversal pattern. Reversal pattern is a pattern that signals a potential change in the trend direction. So whenever you identify a reversal pattern is forming, it tells you that the current trend is running out of gas, starting to pause and potentially heading into an opposite direction. So here are the two classic examples. First is the head and shoulder pattern, and the second is the double bottom pattern. Here's how they look like. Double bottom pattern is considered a bullish reversal pattern. It shows the market has potentially reached the bottom and it starts a new uptrend. On the other hand, head and shoulder pattern is considered as a bearish pattern. It shows the market has potentially reached the top and starts heading to a downtrend. So these are the reversal patterns. The second category is called the continuation pattern. This is the type of pattern that signals the current trend is in a healthy consolidation period and will potentially continue moving further to the same trend direction. Two famous examples are cup and handle pattern and the bull-bear flag pattern. A cup and handle pattern is considered a bullish trend continuation pattern. It's also one of the most popular patterns that can give traders a great breakout trade setups. On the other hand, a bear flag pattern is a typical bearish trend continuation pattern. So these are the two main categories of the chart patterns. Alright, now let's get into more details and do a case study. In this case study, we'll go through one of the most popular and also powerful patterns that every single professional trader should have in their toolbox. Is the head and the shoulders pattern. A head and shoulder pattern is a bearish reversal pattern that consists of four important parts. First part, the left shoulder. It starts with a clear uptrend, then markets makes a pullback. This is considered a normal pullback in the uptrend. Second part, the head. The market makes a new high and then has a big pullback to the previous swing low. Third, the right shoulder. The buyers try to push the market to a new high, but it fails to even break the left shoulder high and forms a resistance line. The last part is called the neckline zone. It is a range market between the orange resistance line and the blue support line in this chart. If the price fails to break the orange resistance line and come back down and break the blue support line, then there's a very bearish signal. That could be a potential downtrend is forming. There are two important things that you must pay attention to when you are analyzing head and shoulders pattern. The first thing you should pay close attention to is the market structure or the current market conditions and environment. For example, if a market is in a strong uptrend with higher than usual volume building up, so the momentum is very strong, especially at the early to mid stage of a new uptrend, then it's highly unlikely a head and shoulder pattern have the power to reverse this strong trend or momentum. The second thing you should pay close attention to is that the duration of the pattern that is forming is also very important. A head and shoulders pattern that takes 2 months to form is way much more significant than the ones that take only 1 or 2 weeks to form. An ideal tradable head and shoulder pattern normally takes about 1 to 2 months to build up. Alright, now let's get into more details on how exactly we can trade a head and shoulders pattern. This is the real market example that I'll be using in this case study. As you can see, this market has formed a classic head and shoulder patterns in 2.5 month period. First, let's take a look at the entry. In general, there are 3 potential entry points to trade any head and shoulders pattern. First, the entry A is located at the right shoulder resistance level. You can enter your short position at what we call the reversal build-up stage before the breakout. This is the stage where the price makes a lower high and fails to break the neckline and will bounce back down. Next, the entry B is the breakout point. You enter your short position when the price breaks and closes below the support line where the blue line is in this chart. The third entry point, we call it the retest entry point. So after the breakout, the price might have the probability to bounce back and then retest the previous support level. As we know, whenever a support is violated, it will become a potential resistance, and that will give you a very good chance to enter the trade. Therefore, it can give you traders a great opportunity to enter short position or even add on your current short positions even more. Now, let's take a look at where you should set your stop loss. So your stop loss will depend on your entry points. If your entry point is A, then your stop loss should be placed at 1 ATR above the upper neckline zone. So ATR means average true range. If your entry point is B, then your stop loss should be at least 1 ATR above the breakout support line. Well, if your entry point is C, then your stop loss should be the same as from the entry B, so 1 ATR above the breakout support line. One thing to remember is that please do not set your stop loss exactly like a market structure level, for example the necklines, because it will make your stops much more vulnerable to the stop hunts. Head and shoulder patterns is one of those patterns that many institutional traders watch every day as well. They know that many retail traders will hide their stop loss at those key support and resistance levels. So they purposely use their large capital to move the market, hit those levels, and suck all their retail positions into their own portfolio. So please be careful of that. Now let's take a look at where you should exit your trade and take profits. When the high quality head and shoulder pattern becomes a value reversal to the previous trend, then the market is likely heading to a strong downtrend after this pattern. So one of the best exit strategies for riding a trendy market is to use trailing stops. In this case, when you trade head and shoulders pattern, it basically means that you move your stop loss down when the price goes down at a certain percentage. Or you can use an indicator to smooth out the price changes for you as a trailing stop loss references. How to use trailing stop really depends on your trading style. For example, if you are a short-term swing trader, one of the common ways that you can trade your stop loss is to use 20-day moving average. When the price crosses and close above the 20-day moving average, you can exit your full position. I would highly recommend the new traders to have a trend following system to combine with the head and shoulder patterns to maximize your potential return. Alright, so now is your turn. I will give you guys one simple example and test if you can analyze a head and shoulder pattern on your own. So please pause this video and then look at this chart and see if you can find a head and shoulder pattern by yourself. Cool, welcome back. Hope you guys find the head and shoulder pattern on this chart. It's pretty straightforward. If not, here's the answer. And here are the two potential entry points if you want to trade this particular head and shoulder pattern. This is the typical textbook head and shoulder pattern. I would highly recommend you to go through this chart on your own, recognize the pattern, and fully understand the underlying buying and selling imbalance behind the head and shoulders pattern. Alright guys, before we move on, I want to show you how a cup handle pattern looks like in a real chart. So we're going to take a look at this stock. The ticker symbol is REGN. When you get a chart, the first thing you're going to do in this chart is to find clear support or resistance level. Alright, so we're going to use a horizontal line. And as you can see, here is a clear support and resistance level. So we're going to draw here, and then we're going to change the color to red. Once we draw the support and resistance level, you can see that when the price comes down, and there's a lot of price action around here, and once you break it, the price will start crushing down. So that when the price crush down and then around this area you find support and it will go back up. So I'm gonna draw, it will go back up. When the price comes down, break this support level and then break down and go up, hit the support level. Remember in the previous module we mentioned that when the support level breaks, it will become a resistance. It will become a potential resistance. So when it hits the potential resistance, it will come back down again. Alright, so I'm going to use another arrow. It will come back down again. However, it didn't come all the way back down to this area. It will only come down back here. If I'm gonna use, so it'll make, here is the low and here is another low. So it makes a higher low. So once it makes a higher low, it bounces back. It tests the resistance level again, and it breaks it, and it closes above it. The price goes up from here and never come back again. This is how cup and handle pattern looks like. It looks like a cup with a small handle. So the psychological pattern behind this cup and handle pattern is that the sellers come into the market trying to push the price lower, is around this area, try to push the price lower, and then buyer come in the market around this area, and then bother the market, and then kind of like support the market and then push the market back up. Okay, push the market back up around this area, and so the sellers come in. They think they can sell more shares, or they can put the short positions, so the market will back down again. And then, however, the buyers feels like this market is gonna go up even further, and they do not want to wait until the price to come to this level to buy. So it shows that there's an urgency. They want to get into the market and push the price higher. So at this level, the buyers step in and push the price up. And then everyone is watching at this line right now, because this is the really strong support and resistance line, because even at the before, there's a lot of price actions around this line. Okay, once it forms a cup, this is a cup, and this is a handle, and then once it breaks the cup and the handle pattern, which means it breaks the resistance of this cup and handle, the price will go up. So the best entry point for this type of pattern is exactly the breakout entry point, which is right here. And in this tutorial, I'm going to share with you how exactly you can enter your trade in the breakout trades. All right, let's move on. Well, there's one question frequently asked: why those chart patterns work? In my opinion, there are two key reasons why those chart patterns work, and every trader should master the skill of analyzing the chart patterns. The first reason, I believe, is that the chart patterns represents a visual reflection of the supply and demand level in any given market. We, as technical traders, trade on the imbalance between buying and selling pressure in the market. So the supply and demand levels that is showing by the chart pattern can greatly help us to identify where these imbalances are and make our trading decisions easier. The second reason, the financial market is nothing more than a collective sum of psychological relations to the current event and the crowd's anticipation to the near future. Chart patterns sum up all these informations in real time and present to us with readable and repeatable patterns to help us understand the market better. So these are the two main reasons I believe why, even though you may not trade those patterns on your own, be able to read and analyze those patterns is an absolutely important skill that every technical trader should have in their toolbox. Just like the legendary trader Jesse Livermore once said, the pockets change, the suckers change, the stocks change, but the Wall Street never change, because human nature never change. In the short term, the market can be random. However, if we look at the bigger picture, their patterns repeat over and over again in the market. These patterns are not only the display of the repeatable price movement, but also the blueprint of our psychological behaviors in the market as humans. Learning how to read these patterns can accelerate your path to becoming a consistent, profitable trader. Alright, we come to the end of this tutorial, and I want to congratulate all of you guys have successfully completed the entire Module 3 of this course. Hope you guys enjoying this course so far, and most importantly, I hope you guys learn something valuable to your trading. In this module, we just learned how to analyze the market structures and the patterns. And now, we're moving forward to the Module 4, which is all about risk management. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in Module 4. Bye for now.